Welcome to a brand new episode of the post game. I'm your host, Davion, and I am joined by Matt,
What up?
Oronde,
What's up, brother?
and and Omega.
What's up, brother?
And today we are back recording a Let's Talk NFL series. And today we're talking about the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks fans, let us know how you feel down below in the comments. Let us know what you think your season is going to be. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say about it. But yes, Seattle Seahawks, new head coach for the first time in at least 10 years, we would say. I think he was there for at least
15 years.
15
says.
years. They went out and picked up
40.
Mike McDonald, defensive coordinator from the Baltimore Ravens. And we'll see what have to happen. So first up, no more Pete Carroll. It's a new day in Seattle. Mike McDonald coming from a very, very good defensive-minded coach. What do you guys? What's your expectation of that team and of that coach change?
They have some. I want to say they have a legacy to uphold. I want to say,
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's just a prove it year. Like, what are you bringing to the table as a team and as a coaching staff, and what will you accomplish with this new lease you've been given? Will the 12 man what will the 12 man show up for y'all or not?
yeah.
That's a good, yeah. I mean, I will say too, yeah, also like defensive wise, they go out and get Byron Murphy in the draft, who was like probably a top 3 defensive player in the whole draft.
I heard he dropped in the draft too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
He's good though.
we all know why because of just how crazy the offensive players went. But like that is a great start for McDonald to have him as a first overall pick. I think is a great fit for them. Yeah, I mean Seattle basically has kind of the same roster. They still have good, receivers. Kenneth Walker's been great. Gino's surprised a lot of people. It'll be interesting to see how Gino does without Pete Carroll though, because that to me is kind of like the reason why Gino had the success he had. But um, I don't know. To me, it'll be tough to compete in this division again, just because of how powerful it is and how good that everyone is, minus Arizona. Um, but they could probably compete for a wild card spot for sure this year.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to go offset. I love the Seattle team. They're young and they're good. That defense that they got is real young. They got a decent offense. Well, I guess,
Offense, yeah.
bench Geno Smith. Start Sam Howell.
I knew it was coming. I
No,
saw
no,
Sam
no, no,
Howell.
no.
I knew it was
Oh
coming.
man, saw this coming from a country mile.
Yeah,
For the
definitely.
number one spot in their division. Hey, Tariq Woolen, Devin Witherspoon from Illinois,
Illinois, yeah.
a dog. They got Jackson Smith and Jigba. I think they about to come up off of a DK though, but
I mean, what?
No.
Their free agency wasn't that crazy. I mean, they did get some O linemen, which is great because they did also lose
I like
Damian
that team.
Harris,
He's with
one of their O linemen. Yes, and they got Lincoln Tomlinson, who's decent for the Niners, I believe, but he's a little old. They re-signed Leonard Williams to a 3-year deal, which is great.
Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner is back. No, excuse me.
Are we not going to mention that they picked up another white boy tight end? White boy tight ends
Stop
always
it.
do well in Seattle.
He did not.
We
I
got Noah
forgot. He went
Fant.
to
Who else?
he went to the
Alter.
Commanders. Excuse me.
AJ Barner from Michigan.
Oh, Bobby Wagner did go to the Commanders.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But actually, I want to bring up the Sam Howell bit. Do y'all think Sam Howell could start though this year?
Yes.
Why though?
I think it would be stupid if they moved on from Geno because of the season he had last year. But if Geno got hurt or he started the first four or five games with 15 interceptions, then I think they maybe come.
Okay, if they lose the first 3 really bad, then I might have to look at it.
Well, you're giving him only 3 games if they lost 3 straight.
No, I
No,
think
I mean
Arizona's
look.
5.
You have to look at who they're playing. It's their first 3 games.
Okay, let's look.
Good
Good segue.
Indian Trail.
segue.
Okay, so week 1 they would play the Denver Broncos in Seattle. So
At
they
home.
should win that.
They beat Seattle. I mean Denver. I'm tripping.
That's a good that could be a good game though, because remember what the year when Russ was there, week 1. That was a pretty crazy one.
It was an insane game.
Bo
Um,
Nix.
That ruined Russell's career in Denver, actually.
True.
just one game.
I kid you not, it messed his psyche up, man. Like you get booed at a team that you were at for a large majority of your career. That messes with the player, man. I think that right there ruined his time.
Broncos country. Let's
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they go into New
They go
England
into
week 2.
Foxborough.
Drake May.
They should win that.
I'm biased. Drake May. Patriots all day.
I see what you mean. And then they play Miami in Seattle. They will lose that game.
They lose.
But
I
could be
don't know.
cold. Could be cold in Seattle.
So
So
are they 2-1 right now? They're 2-1.
we're speculating 2-1. But I
Okay.
see what Davion means. Like if they lose to Denver and New England, no offense, like
Then taken.
they're gonna lose. Like they're gonna lose to Miami. I think
They will lose to Detroit.
they will
like
lose to Detroit.
If they start off the season 4-0, I think against the Giants, a bad team, they're gonna be like, all right, Sam, see if we can maybe.
Oh yeah, if they go
Turn it
0-4
around.
here, yeah. Okay, so but realistically, they're
They're
2-2.
2-2.
They're 2-2.
Going
They'll
into
beat the Giants.
Yep, 3-2.
Yep.
Lost to the Niners.
Lost to the Niners. Yep. Lost to the Niners.
This will be fun.
The
Atlanta.
Niners gonna be too good.
Split.
Atlanta.
They split. Huh?
Atlanta.
They're not splitting with. No. Hold on. Do you say they're splitting with the Niners?
I think they
I
will.
think I think they can.
No. No one's beating this Niners team this year.
Huh.
I think not a division team. I'll say that. Okay. Anyways, Atlanta in Atlanta, week 7.
They beat Atlanta. I'm betting anything.
But
7
ooh,
weeks,
if Atlanta's the best team in the NFC South, then
which we think they will be.
Which we
I
think they will.
think Atlanta wins this. Just to me, it's based on how good their offense is. Atlanta, because I
Well,
think their
are we-
offense is going to be insane.
are we
But
3-4 right now?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have them losing to Miami, Detroit, San Fran, and then Atlanta. Yeah. So 3-4. Then they play the Bills in Seattle.
Win.
That's week 8. So that's a win for the Seahawks, you think?
I'm heavy on like bashing the Buffalo Bills this season. If you haven't noticed,
You don't like the Bills.
I don't like
actually,
the
hold
Bills
on.
either.
No. I do not like them. I just think they will have an off year.
I think the Bills
I
win
just
this.
hate the Bills. So
Well, you
Sure.
hate the Bills for a reason.
I think the Bills win this just based off of Josh Allen's play. So that's why. Okay. Then the Rams. I think they
I think they split with the Rams. You ask me.
And
Yeah,
it's the
I
week
think-
right before it's the game right before the bye week as well.
I think they'll split. So I'll say they'll win in Seattle because that game's in Seattle. And then they have the bye week 10, week 11 Niners. They'll lose that in San Fran.
Off the bye week?
Yes.
off the bye week.
I don't care that the Niners literally are going for blood this year because of the Super Bowl. They're out for blood. So
Or
they're
they
going to be
could suck.
they're not going to suck. There's too much talent on that team. Like it's not going to happen. I
Watch
don't
the
think
MVP run again.
Who?
Purdy.
No.
No.
Well, we'll wait and talk about that next.
Okay. Week 12, Arizona. That's the first time they play Arizona, by the
That's
way.
at home.
They
That's at
sweep
home. They
Arizona.
should win at home.
They
I think we talked about
sweep
that.
Arizona.
I think they'll win that. The Jets in MetLife. I think they lose to the Jets.
They probably do lose to the Jets. Yeah.
This stretch of games right here,
It's kind of tough.
Cardinals, Jets, Cardinals, and then they travel for the last 2. That's kind of crazy.
So
Cross country trip. Anybody?
1, 2. Okay, so Then week 14's Arizona again. So do you guys think they split or win the whole series?
I still think they split because it is a divisional game, and we can never tell a divisional.
My thing
game.
is 9 times out of 10 divisional games are they're gonna split 9 times out of 10.
Okay. So we'll say they lose this one. Okay. Week 15, Green Bay in Seattle. I think that's a loss for Seattle.
Yep.
I think Green Bay is going to be really good.
Yep.
Minnesota in Seattle. I think they beat Minnesota.
Yep.
Chicago in Soldier Field.
But the thing is, we don't know what that Chicago.
That is the Thursday night game too, by the way.
Oh,
Here's
that's
the problem.
prime time.
We don't know what that team's gonna be yet.
But
That's true. They have
I
so
say,
much hype.
okay, hold
It
on.
looks so
I
good
say,
on
I think it's a loss. I say loss.
no.
On paper, the Bears should win
Yes. Yes.
because that receiving core is just crazy. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to stop the receiving core unless it's like maybe like one or two teams, but like I don't even know. Okay, and then we have the Rams to finish off the season in SoFi.
Assuming the Rams should be still good, give me the Rams.
Okay. So we have them winning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Is that right?
That's it.
7?
That sounds right.
We have them beating Denver, New England, Giants, Buffalo. Are you guys comfortable with them beating Buffalo or no?
I'm still taking them being Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo.
Well, that's 4. They split with the Rams. That's 5. They split with the Cardinals. That's 6.
I think they sweep them, but
They beat the Vikings. That's 7. Yes, 7 wins.
7.
Let's go sweep for the Cardinals.
So
So
bump them
8?
up to 8. That's
I
still
think-
one less win than last year.
And then they flip at least 2, I think, personally as well. So I think floor 7 wins, ceiling is 10 wins.
10?
This is a
I
thin
give-
margin.
I give them 9 still.
What about the Falcons game?
That's
That's a tough one too.
a couple.
I think
There's gonna be 2 to 3 flips in here though. Like there's gonna be
That's
2 to 3
true.
flips.
That's true.
The
The Bears,
flips-
the Falcons, and
Bills
the,
honestly could be a
the
flip.
Bills.
And the Jets.
Yeah.
We don't know what the Jets.
Jets-
are.
Patriots.
We don't know
whoever-
what the Bears are as well. The Bears, that's 4 games we just called out that could be a flip.
Miami?
Is
Or-
this
or-
Oh,
is this our least
No.
confident picks right here?
Yeah.
Schedule
this,
picks.
This is the thing.
Outside of the Bears, because we're gonna have to get to them, and that's gonna be a problem.
Seattle is the weirdest team ever to me because they always, on paper, look like they should not be a good team, in my opinion. But they end up doing good because of Pete Carroll. But now he's not there, so I don't know what the hell's gonna happen this year.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say. I think the main thing right now is, excuse me. I don't think they don't have Pete Carroll anymore. The coaching is new, but I think it'll be good. I think he's young, he's smart, he's defensively sound. We'll see what happens.
I have a very
But,
silly
like-
question.
Okay,
Calling kid is crazy.
Jake Bobo 500-yard season incoming?
stop it.
Who?
He was like
said
he was like a 4th or 5th string receiver
Jake
for the
Bobo.
He's the
Seattle.
fifth string.
Yeah.
He's
Jake
fifth string on
Bobo.
the depth chart. He's the white boy that had 200 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, yeah.
Also, with McDonald,
Actually, he's currently 5th right now.
with McDonald, he's getting a worse defense compared to the fucking Ravens. Excuse my language. But
Oh,
like-
absolutely. I mean, he's leading
like-
one of the best defense in the league.
He's getting at least the secondary is staying just as good. His
That's
front
right.
5.
Yeah.
His
his
front seven is
front
gonna
five,
be-
his front seven's a little shaky,
A
but
little
the
shaky.
secondary is good.
so shaky.
Wait, is Jamal Adams on the team still?
Nope.
No.
Okay, they will definitely be good in the secondary.
okay.
Okay.
Over anything.
Oh, they only have 2 quarterbacks on a depth chart at the moment, by the way. Just 2.
That's all they need.
Sam and Gino.
Okay, so realistically, I'm thinking 9 wins is their ceiling, and then their floor is going to be like 6.
I'll say 10 wins is their ceiling and their floor is 7.
No.
This is so difficult.
Well, I mean, it's the
give
same
them
anyways.
It's
It
so
doesn't matter.
difficult. I'm going to have to go.
Seven.
I think they just go 9-8 again. I'm just going to take the safe route. I'm taking the easy way out.
Oh, they were 9-8 last season.
Yeah,
I think.
They're gonna do that again. Like that's
Yeah, I
so.
think-
I think they'll just do it again.
It's
I
like
think they're
it's
pulling
like
a
a
Tomlin.
goodish mid team.
Shout out Pittsburgh for being so mediocre, but
they're
just
gonna,
above
boy,
mediocre.
when we talk about them, they're gonna be crying.
I know a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
No.
There's too many in this freaking state.
Well, yeah, as we begin to wrap up talking about the Seattle Seahawks, I think the total consensus for us is that there's a lot of questionability when it comes to coaching, not in a negative way whatsoever. We just don't know what it's going to be. And I think when we look at this team, we don't know the full potential of this team. So is Geno the guy again next season? Is Sam Howell going to have to step up at one point? We don't know these questions, and so
Is Pete Carroll the reason why Seattle was good?
that is
No.
They
so,
were 28th in
right.
rushing yards a game.
Really?
20
That's
Yeah.
correct.
They didn't even
Oh.
have 100 yards a game.
Do you guys have any predictions, like bold predictions or like crazy predictions for Seattle? I'm curious.
I really don't have anything.
No spot on.
Their leading tackler is not even on the team. Bobby Wagner had 183 tackles. 183.
Jesus. My only one is like I think Sam Howell could start this season, like by like week 8. But like that's it.
I think I agree with that. So there's really nothing else for me to. I mean, do they finally get 1,000-yard rusher for first time in forever?
Kenneth Walker, if he stays healthy, that could be for sure.
He was 95 short.
That's a good one. I'll do that. I think Kenneth Walker breaks 1,000 this year.
So
Yeah, I think
he's
they're
going to need to average more than 4 yards a carry. So
Is there a
God.
new OC in there? Do we know?
Probably, but like their O line is so mediocre. Like it's kind of bad.
But they went out and drafted like 2 guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, they got a guard in the 3rd round, and then a tackle in the 6th. So
Lost Davion.
They hired Ryan Grubb from the University of Washington.
Grubb.
Grubb.
Was he an offensive coordinator with Washington? You said?
Yes, from Washington, because
Okay.
he did lead them to a championship game.
That's true. Okay. All right.
Well,
Shout out Washington. Their coaching staff is always loaded for no reason.
yeah. Well, Seahawks fans, let us know what you think. Let us know if our optimism and our
12th man, are you even out there?
Uh-oh.
Can y'all hear us?
All right, you got
Do y'all exist?
All right, well, first it was Bills Mafia. Now it's the 12th man. Here it comes.
I'll fight them.
I'll fight them. But I've been your host, Davion. Let us know what you think about your team, and we'll be excited to read the comments down below. I've been your host, Davion. That's been Omega, Matt, and Oronde. It's been the Post Game. Peace.